This is News 3 Now, live at 4, moving forward.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Live at 4. The dust has settled on the August primary.
And it turns out Madison has the highest turnout for an August primary in 40 years. Interest in the two constitutional amendments, the county executive race, and a number of Dane County legislative races drove voters to the polls. We'll delve more into the turnout, but first, there's an alert day in the forecast. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington is out on our weather patio, but that could change in the next 24 hours, Alex?
Yes, we're all keeping an eye on some weather ingredients that need to come into play on Thursday for severe thunderstorm activity. We've been talking about those ingredients for a few days, and there's a new one that I want to talk about tonight. Strong to severe storms, distinct possibility Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening across all of southern Wisconsin. We'll have storms as early as Thursday morning, but those are not expected to be severe to start the day. 83 in Madison, it's warm out. Dew point 58, so manageable, fairly comfortable. Temperatures will go down into the 60s tonight with showers and storms developing by the wee hours of Thursday morning. Again, those showers and storms not expected to be severe. 83 is a really popular number in Dane County, and let's see what's going on in southern Wisconsin. Low 80s, couple upper 70s. Really a nice day. We got a cicada out here on the patio, so feels like August. And our bottom line with the severe weather, gotta have storms. You got to have clearing skies for storms Thursday morning. That will limit, or could limit the heating if it doesn't happen. And I also want to talk about what a cap is that may also limit those thunderstorms, and we'll track this potential line of storms, a few of them coming up in Maine weather.
Thank you, Alex. The voters have spoken. It's the day after the August primary election.
We could all use a little bit of coffee this afternoon. It was marked by notably high voter turnout. Our Maddie Heimsch is here with why the polls were so crowded and what that could mean moving forward. Maddie?
Yeah, Susan Brady, statewide, more than 26% of registered voters took to the polls yesterday. But specifically here in southern Wisconsin, as you can see behind me, percentages were even bigger. Here in Dane County, we saw a historic 45% turnout. But even in less populous precincts like up here in Columbia County, that 29% is unusually high. So why did so many people cast their ballot? Well, UW-Madison professor Michael Wagner tells me it's a combination of circumstances. Obviously, it's a presidential election year, but on top of that, here in Wisconsin, we have had competitive congressional district races on the ballot, as well as those two constitutional amendment questions. Wagner tells me Wisconsin voters are locked in.
They are enthusiastic about this election, and they see a great deal at stake. They saw that in the primary in terms of the constitutional amendments that they roundly voted down. They saw that in terms of an opportunity to vote for local offices.
Wagner says grassroots efforts are paying off here in Madison, several groups having invested into advertising related to those amendment questions. And those questions were the only issues on statewide ballots that were nonpartisan, seen on every ballot. In total, 1.2 million voters made their voices heard with those questions. Now, Madison clerk Mary Beth Witzel-Bell put out a statement calling the election historic and reporting that there were no problems with the newly reinstated ballot drop boxes. We'll speak directly with her on News 3 Now at 5.
We will see you at 5, Maddie. Thank you. And we now have the results of the one school district referendum that was on the ballot last night in our area. It asked Grant and Iowa County voters whether the Riverdale School District should exceed revenue limits by $800,000 for the next 2 years and over $2 million up to the 2030 school year to cover operational costs. Well, as you can see there, the referendum lost by 8 votes, 491 to 483. The school district website said if the referendum failed, the district will make significant budget reductions. Celebrations are underway this afternoon at Madison's Literacy Network.
It's the 50th birthday for the organization that helps Madison residents gain reading skills. Tanasia Shaw is live at its headquarters. Tanasia, today it's celebrating the milestone with students and staff, right?
Absolutely. I'm here outside of the Literacy Network, and they said they helped over 1,400 students since 1974.
Today we are celebrating 50 years of Literacy Network, but we're also celebrating our students.
The network was founded in 1974. These flags represent the students they've taught from 90 different countries. The nonprofit has 9 different programs, including classes that help adults get their citizenship, GED, and prepare them for college and promotions at work.
Over the years that I've been here, I have heard nothing but good feedback back from the students. They're always, positive comments with their instructors, saying how patient they are with them, and then that they're just amazed of how much the lessons are actually helping them with their personal life. If they have kids, they help them with their homework, or if they're in their work, they're saying how much it's helping them, and even at their job, they're noticing that their English is improving.
The block party is just minutes away. Tonight at 5, I'll talk to the executive director about the ways you can support their mission.
All right, thank you, Tanasia. Wisconsin Badgers football has named its starting quarterback. Miami transfer Tyler Van Dyke will be the starter in the team's Week 1 game against Western Michigan on August 30th. The former 2021 ACC Rookie of the Year threw for 1,884 yards last year for Miami with 16 touchdowns, or tutties as Zach would say. Van Dyke beat out sophomore Braden Locke, who started 4 games for the Badgers last season. Well, seniors across the country are celebrating a big birthday today.
The Social Security program turns 89 years old. Armand Rahman is live at an event at the Goodman Center celebrating the anniversary and its Wisconsin ties. Armand?
That's right, Brady and Susan. I'm here at the Goodman Center. There is a swing dance instruction going on behind me. I'm going to jump into that in a little bit. And they are, like you said, celebrating Wisconsin's ties. It's actually, the Social Security program was born here in the state. Back in 1934, a UW-Madison professor, Edwin Whitty, actually designed the program. And then one of Whitty's students later became the first professional employee for the Social Security program just a couple of years later. And now, though, people here at the event say that it is under attack in November on the ballot. They say the Republicans' Project 2025 aims to cut Social Security. I spoke to the lieutenant governor as well as someone who is a direct beneficiary of Social Security about how important it is for them. You'll hear from them tonight at 10 o'clock. For now, I'm going to jump right in on this instruction here so I don't miss out. I think I have my partner Chris here. Yep, I'll take over. Let's go.
There we go.
All right. Me neither, Chris. Don't worry. I'll send it back to you guys in the studio, though.
Oh, don't you dare. No, we got to see. We got to see you do this.
All right, I go back. Yeah, and then you go forward. There we go.
He's getting in the swing of things.
What a good sport. Oh, that looks like so much fun.
Yep. And then you come forward.
All right, Armand, don't worry. We're rolling on this.
You did a great job, Chris. Thank you so much.
Oh, very good.
Oh, it's very sweet.
Well, when we come back, another hurricane is rolling through the Atlantic.
After hitting Puerto Rico, Ernesto is moving north. What does that mean for the East Coast? We'll have the answer when Live at 4 continues.
Dr. Ravel is one of the best. I mean, you can't ask for any other person in orthopedics that I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot of people in orthopedics, let me tell you. Ortho team and Dr. Ravel are wonderful.
Before she was the most liberal U.S. senator, Kamala Harris was the liberal San Francisco prosecutor, the most progressive in all of California. She let an MS-13 gang member go, who then murdered a father and his 2 sons. She agreed to release another felon, who then committed murder. And Kamala even protected illegal alien drug dealers so they could escape deportation. Kamala Harris, a dangerous San Francisco liberal. Make America Great Again, Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Nobody wants to replace the roof. But these days, many roofs are only lasting 10 to 15 years, costing you tens of thousands of dollars. RoofMax makes your roof like new by strengthening and rejuvenating it. RoofMax treatments, started early enough, can extend the life of your roof by 15 years or more. And even if you think your roof is at the end of its life, 90% of the time, RoofMax can extend the life of your roof by 5 years at a fraction of the cost of a new roof. So give us a call and we'll give you a free assessment to see if your roof qualifies.
TDS Fiber Internet makes our home smarter. Working, playing, living, learning. It's all better with TDS Fiber Internet because it's faster, more reliable. It's award-winning internet served up by friendly local folks. It's what keeps us connected. And isn't that what it's all about? Say hello to internet that hits different. Say hello to TDS.
Fjords has been crafting beautifully designed functional furniture since 1941. Every aspect of Fjords furniture has been carefully engineered to create a higher level of relaxation. Visit the Century House today and view our extensive lineup. Experience the unmatched relaxation you can only achieve in Fjords furniture. Relaxation made beautiful. Visit the Century House at 3420 University Avenue in Madison or online at centuryhouseinc.com.
I'm Tammy Baldwin. I approve this message.
I'm the proud son of a single mom.
My mom worked nights to provide for us.
My mom worked 80 hours a week.
But Eric Hovde thinks if you have a single mom, you're going to be poor or a drug addict?
That is a direct path to a life of poverty. It leads to higher drug rates.
That just shows Eric Hovde is ignorant.
Come on, I'm successful today because of my mom.
I learned my work ethic from my mom, my single mom.
What is wrong with this guy?
When treating shoulder pain, I think one of the most important things that we need to do is listen to our patients. Most times, just listening to the patient, letting them explain what's been bothering them, I'm able to help confirm a diagnosis.
Welcome back. NASA says it's still deciding whether to keep 2 astronauts at the International Space Station until early next year.
The agency is reviewing issues with Boeing's Starliner. Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams lifted off on Boeing's Starliner, set for an 8-day mission. Well, that was more than 2 months ago. Some of the thrusters for the capsule's reaction control system failed during its approach to the ISS. The astronauts could return on SpaceX's next flight, but that's not until early next year.
The Boeing engineers think this vehicle is perfectly safe to come home. But again, the engineers on the NASA side are trying to prove they understand what happened, and that's what's really drawn this out.
Butch Wilmore's family says they don't expect him back until February. They FaceTime with him, they said, several times a day, and they remain focused on the bright side. They're getting some pretty cool views up there, especially the sunsets. NASA says it should be making a decision about all of this as soon as the end of next week.
New meaning to the phrase getting stuck at work.
Yeah, very good.
Well, former President Donald Trump returns to the campaign trail in the battleground state of North Carolina this afternoon, while his running mate is visiting Michigan.
Both presidential campaigns are focusing on the economy this week. Natalie Brand has more from the White House.
Former President Donald Trump is expected to focus on an issue central to his campaign while rallying supporters in Asheville, North Carolina. He gave a preview before leaving Florida this afternoon.
It's gone very bad under this group of people with inflation, with the economy itself.
His campaign attacked the Biden administration's economic policies, what they're now calling Kamalanomics, and inflation. A report Wednesday put the annual inflation rate at 2.9% in July, the first time it's been under 3% since 2021. While high prices are still top of mind, some Democratic voters say they're feeling optimistic.
I feel good about the economy and the economy I'm going into and the job market I'm going into. It's all very exciting, I think, for people who, are voting blue. Just saying.
Vice President Kamala Harris will give her first policy-focused speech on the economy Friday when she travels to Raleigh, North Carolina. The campaign says the remarks will focus on tackling inflation, lowering costs for the middle class, and a plan to take on corporate price gouging.
It is people like my grandmother who suffer the most when food and rent become unaffordable for normal people.
Trump's running mate, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, hit the battleground state of Michigan today, while Democratic vice presidential candidate Minnesota Governor Tim Walz attends fundraisers in Denver and Boston. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
In what may be a further hint of what's to come in Vice President Harris's economic speech on Friday, Governor Tim Walz says he thinks the government should institute paid family leave and medical leave.
Ernesto is now a hurricane as it treks north after taking aim at parts of the Caribbean, including Puerto Rico. Ernesto slammed Puerto Rico's east coast early today as a tropical storm, flooding neighborhoods, overturning structures, and uprooting trees. 7 years after Hurricane Maria, Ernesto put Puerto Rico's fragile power grid to the test.
The government today is much better prepared. We have the support throughout. We have trained employees. We have the support from FEMA.
Forecasters say the Northeast could see 8-foot waves, and the Carolinas, still recovering from Tropical Storm Debbie, could experience a swell build as early as Thursday. President Biden has already declared a state of emergency in Puerto Rico, authorizing FEMA to help with storm recovery.
It's been a busy tropical storm season so far. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington has been tracking Ernesto. Alex?
Yeah, and we can track hurricane and tropical systems right up here from Wisconsin. We're trained as meteorologists to be experts as well on hurricane formation and hurricane strength. And this storm will continue to strengthen as it moves out further into the Atlantic, where it has nothing to impede it. Low shear, warm waters, that allows that heat engine to build, and Ernesto will continue to gain strength. But can you believe that our weather system that we're tracking here with alert day conditions and Ernesto are connected? Here's how. Here we have a trough of low pressure out over portions of the high plains. This is that weather system that's going to be moving to the east, bringing our potential for severe weather. When that weather system then moves off to the east, going off towards the east coast, it will help to push Ernesto, continuing to move that out into the Atlantic. Even though there still will be swells and waves along the east coast, at least a direct impact does not look likely because our weather system pushes it out to sea. Now, what we're up against here, though, here Thursday afternoon going into Thursday evening, the potential for strong to severe thunderstorms, which we've been tracking for days now. But first, the good stuff. Nice temperatures tonight, showers building in wee hours of the morning, and then a few thunderstorms to start off Thursday morning. Warm out there now, 83 degrees, a little bit cooler off towards the west where they have clouds, and it's the clouds that are streaming in, as I was mentioning, ahead of that weather system, which will impact us Thursday morning. Showers and thunderstorms. Savannah will be here in the morning. Kello will be here during the middle of the day, but these storms are not expected to be severe. Frequent lightning and heavy downpours we can't rule out. What we've been watching is that key ingredient. Look at 5 o'clock. Temperatures upper 70s, lower 80s, maybe some breaks in the sky that allows the heat to build up in the atmosphere. We could build a little cap, a little lid in the atmosphere too tomorrow. That's just a little warmer air higher up in the sky that can limit thunderstorms from forming. But if we get the heat of the day, that heat can lift that lid off the atmosphere, allowing the thunderstorms to form, as our future track model shows Thursday evening going into the later Thursday evening hours. And some of these storms, again, could be on the severe side. We have a marginal and slight risk of severe weather across all of southern Wisconsin, and that risk could increase if we can get the clearing Thursday morning going into Thursday afternoon. That allows the heat to build, that lifts the cap in the atmosphere and allows those storms to pop up. Those are the ingredients that the First Warn Weather Team will be watching tomorrow to see if those ingredients all come into play. Following Alert Day Thursday, a pop-up thunderstorm and breezy conditions possible Friday. And look at the nice stretch of weather after that.
Oh, yeah, that looks beautiful.
Beautiful.
All right, thank you, Alex. Well, new research shows that parents often avoid talking to kids about important issues like mental health and social media.
A survey from Gallup and the Walton Family Foundation finds parents say they worry the most about their children's future plans, their mental health, and their experiences on social media. But they struggle to discuss those topics with their kids. Psychologist Lisa DeMoore stopped by CBS Mornings with advice on how parents can have successful chats with their teens and preteens, especially since children overwhelmingly say they find these conversations helpful.
Look for openings, listen to when they're bringing it up. If you're having a conversation, keep it short. Teenagers can't tolerate long conversations about charged topics.
Here's some other expert advice. Schedule a talk. Teenagers don't do well when they're caught off guard. That's relatable. And don't be put off when teens roll their eyes. That's just what teens do. Just take it as a signal they heard you.
Except the eye rolls.
Yes.
Easier said than done. When we come back, it is Sun Prairie Corn Fest weekend.
Ooh, there's more than just eating corn, though. Josh Sprider talks to a former NASCAR driver who is racing at the Speedway this weekend. That's coming up.
Sanctuary cities protect illegal immigrant criminals from being deported, like an illegal immigrant arrested for battery in Madison. Instead of being deported, he was released and went on to assault several more women, including a 13-year-old girl. Senator Tammy Baldwin voted 9 times to support federal funding for sanctuary cities that release dangerous illegals back onto our streets. And Baldwin voted for amnesty for 11 million illegals, including criminals. Tell Senator Baldwin, stop protecting illegal immigrants and start protecting Wisconsin.
Get an 11% rebate on everything. Now at Menards. Mastercraft makes great doors inside and out. Design your door your way or choose from our in-stock selection. Get an 11% rebate on all Mastercraft doors. Refresh your space with stylish sheet vinyl. It's waterproof and features a durable wear layer for busy households. Engage sheet vinyl flooring is 69 cents a square foot after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Some lucky fan will win 4 Packers season tickets for 1 year, all because of Packers scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery.
But who will it be?
This could be Debbie's year.
That looks like someone who could win up to $50,000 in instant cash prizes.
But don't count out Tim.
Maybe he'll win one of the MVP tailgate experiences.
Then there's Raymond.
Legend.
4 Packers season tickets for 1 year could be his.
Or yours.
Ticket prices range from $1 to $10, available at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
Imagine trying to take on one of the big car companies. It's not easy. Yet this year, one local law firm finalized the largest compensatory verdict in state history against an automaker, over $38 million. And it was no fluke. That same firm has been holding big car companies accountable for faulty designs that cause injury for over 50 years. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, Habish & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
Imagine checking your own heart with medical precision from anywhere. Introducing KardioMobile 6L, the FDA-cleared EKG that provides 6 times more heart data than any smartwatch. And it detects 3 of the most common arrhythmias in just 30 seconds, including atrial fibrillation, bradycardia, and tachycardia. Check your heart with the most advanced personal EKG outside the hospital. KardioMobile 6L is on sale now for just $99. Don't wait, this offer won't last.
MS-13 gang member here illegally. Robbed a pregnant woman, then released. Then executed a San Francisco family, another illegal. Arrested, released. Then killed this young boy with a sword. Illegal immigrant, convicted. Released, then violently fractured a woman's skull. Who released every one of them? Liberal DA Kamala Harris. The victim's blood is on her hands.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Well, here's a sure sign of August, and the end of summer is nearing. Sun Prairie Corn Fest kicks off today.
Kind of bittersweet, isn't it? That's where we find our Josh Spreiter in the 608 with a preview.
Corn Fest kicks off later today in Sun Prairie with the big parade tonight, and over the next couple of days there's going to be live music to look forward to, but also the 80 tons of corn that's going to be trucked in for you to enjoy right here this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And then on Sunday we're talking about the annual races, which has become a big hit, and we've got a treat for you today in the 608. Todd Cleaver, a former professional NASCAR driver and a local boy, back here racing Sunday night. Todd, it's good to see you.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So this is a full circle moment for you to be able to be back here racing in Sun Prairie, and a really special moment.
Yeah, I really enjoy being able to be back home. Took a little time off. Racing, like any hobby, is all about the people you get to do it with, so I'm happy to be back home and doing it with my family and friends again.
So you graduated here in Sun Prairie back in the 90s.
Yep.
So you've been racing for many years since then.
Yes. Age is creeping up on me. I'm not going to be able to do this forever, but still having fun, so while I'm, still young enough to do it, I might as well have some more fun.
So talk about this car behind us, because this is a little bit something different that maybe a lot of people have not seen before.
Yeah, so they've been racing midgets here at Angel Park Speedway since before World War II. This is a purpose-built car. They call them midgets. Different variations of engines here. Some people run Hondas, some people run Chevys, some people run Fords. This is a Ford here, but yeah, purpose-built cars. They race them all over the country, but this is kind of the holy grail of midget racing right here. This is the longest midget show in the country.
And I mean, you look inside here, and there is not a lot this inside this.
No, they're called midgets for a reason. It's very small, very tight. And they're not the most comfortable thing to sit in. You really become one with the car when you're in there.
Yeah, you said I can go ahead and take a seat in here. So we're going to do just that, climbing over the top. So what makes this race so unique compared to a lot of the other racing that you've done before?
I just, this is where I first came to the racetrack. This is where I first fell in love with racing, so it'll always have a special place in my heart. But this place is also very special. When you travel the country, people know where Angel Park Speedway is, and it's quite a treasure. And anybody who's ever made it has probably raced here at one time or another. So it's really neat.
And now for you to be back home in front of your friends and family, that has to be a pretty special moment.
Yeah, like I said, it's all about fun when you get to my age, and being around friends and family and seeing all the people that I graduated with, or people that I knew growing up, and now they bring their kids, and the same thing that we used to do when we were kids. It's quite neat.
You weren't kidding. This is pretty compact down in here.
Yeah, it's pretty tight. And like I said, they're also very different inside. So the throttle pedal goes up and down in these cars instead of forward like you would see in a passenger car, and the brake pedal swings on like an arm or a lever instead of pushing forward like in a normal car. So because of the compactness, your legs go up and down like this instead of forward.
Definitely a little different. So if people are interested, when and where can they come check you out on Sunday?
We'll be right here at Angel Park Speedway on Sunday. It's the Cornfest race. Lots of people, bring your kids out, go to do some rides, and then come to the races. And then when the races are over, everybody's always welcome to walk down in the pits. The kids can sit in the car and meet the drivers and get some autographs.
All right, what a fun experience, Todd. Thank you so much for interviewing with us and letting me inside your car.
Thank you for having me.
If you'd like to learn more about Cornfest, again, it kicks off later today, running all the way through Sunday with those races Sunday night. You can go to the story up on channel3000.com. In a car in Sun Prairie, I'm Josh Brighter, News 3 Now.
We hope Josh got out of the car okay.
He just drives that to work now.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I see him on the belt line, wave hello.
Our Ellie La Liberté, by the way, is going to be live in Sun Prairie a little later in the show for the big parade.
Yeah, that'll be exciting.
Yeah.
A kernel of something to look forward to.
Oh,
But
well
next,
done. Well done.
A Baraboo veteran is getting some help with home repairs from some area companies when Live at 4 continues.
Sometimes the do-it-yourself route isn't the best option. Call Monona Plumbing instead and get your plumbing problem fixed right.
A name you can trust when service is a must.
I became a nurse to make lives better. Today, that's hard to do because of the open border. I've seen firsthand the damage that Kamala Harris caused as our country's borders are. Hospitals everywhere are overwhelmed, and American patients are paying the price. My patients are covering the healthcare costs for people here illegally while their own care is jeopardized. Kamala Harris is weak and dangerous.
Preserve America PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Choosing your own path. For those recovering from injury, illness, or stroke, choosing Encompass Health for inpatient rehabilitation may just be their most important choice.
Some things are big, others are huge. It's Empire Today's half-price sale. Get $2,400 of flooring for $1,200, $5,200 for an amazing $2,600. That's half the price of your entire purchase. Shop for carpet, hardwood, vinyl, and laminate right from home and have it professionally installed. Don't miss Empire's half-price sale. Schedule now.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today, shop from the largest selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs in Wisconsin at Bergstrom Chevrolet. All with Bergstrom's negotiation-free upfront pricing, including our exclusive 7-day price protection and money-back guarantees. Stop in or shop and purchase at BergstromChevrolet.com.
She grew up in a middle-class home. She was the daughter of a working mom, and she worked at McDonald's while she got her degree. Kamala Harris knows what it's like to be middle class. It's why she's determined to lower healthcare costs and make housing more affordable. Donald Trump has no plan to help the middle class, just more tax cuts for billionaires. Being president is about who you fight for, and she's fighting for people like you.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message. Sometimes the do-it-yourself route isn't the best option. Call Monona Plumbing instead and get your plumbing problem fixed right.
A name you can trust when service is a must.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4, moving forward.
Let's take a look outside this afternoon. That's a beautiful shot. Looks like a begonia, I think. Someone will let me know if I'm wrong. Okay, our producer, and he is a flower expert, says he believes they're soaking up the sun, but they might get a drink. Tomorrow, stormy Thursday are the weather words, but it's nice out there now, Alex.
Yeah, it's beautiful out there, and they will get a drink, decent drink, as we go into Thursday morning, and then potentially the stronger storm is building into southern Wisconsin, which we don't need any more of those. That would be Thursday afternoon and evening. Alert day conditions we've been calling for a few days now really is highly hinging on how much heating we can get during the day on Thursday. And also another ingredient that I'll talk about a little bit later that could limit the severe weather threat. But right now, Storm Prediction Center has a marginal risk of severe weather for all of southern Wisconsin and a slight risk. That's a 2 out of 5 risk inching into far southern Wisconsin, as close as just the southern part of Dane County, including communities of Monroe, Janesville, Beloit, over towards Elkhorn. Would not be surprised to see this risk increase if we can get the heating on Thursday. Planning the rest of your night tonight, clouds. They're building in right now here above the studio, just high thin clouds, a couple of cumulus clouds as well. But those clouds will start to produce some rain once we get past midnight. Better chances for showers and thunderstorms as we move further into Thursday morning, and then that break. We need that break for the heat of the day to bring the severe weather threat later Thursday afternoon. Right now, 83 is a popular number for areas near Madison, and it points to the south and to the north right around 82, 83. Cooler to the west. Those clouds are building in out ahead of that weather system. Coming up in Maine weather, we're going to track that weather system from Thursday morning through Thursday afternoon through Thursday evening and talk about some of the factors that come into play for severe weather.
Thank you, Alex. There are more than 367,000 veterans that live in Wisconsin, and about 17% of them live in homes with one or more major problems of quality, crowding, or cost.
Our Merrill Hubbard is out in Baraboo today to see how 3 companies are helping one retired veteran who needs home repairs.
Out in Baraboo, there are 3 organizations that have teamed together to build a new roof for a retired U.S. veteran. He served during Vietnam, so this is really just a way to say thank you for your service. Storm Guard, Owens Corning, and Habitat for Humanity are nailing in new improvements for one military couple. Bonnie and Thomas have lived in this home for almost 30 years, and their roof is reaching its limit.
You know, we lucked out so far. The roof is good. But to be on there since '95, you know, is fortunate.
Roof replacement can be expensive, so they enlisted the help from a Veterans Build program through Habitat for Humanity. This organization has programs available because there is a large demand from Wisconsin veterans in need.
Habitat for Humanity started the Veterans Build with the intention that there are still gaps in the services that are provided to veterans, particularly in the housing arena.
The median household income is around $52,000 per year for Wisconsin veterans, and new roofs can cost up to $12,000. So having this service is a huge relief for Tom and Bonnie. By the end of the day today, Tom and Bonnie will have a brand new roof over their heads. Reporting in Baraboo, Merrill Hubbard, News 3 Now.
Thank you, Meryl. Coming up at 6, we'll learn more about Tom and Bonnie's story and what it means for them to get this help for their home.
A new government report shows that inflation continues to ease slowly. The latest inflation numbers contain some good news. Prices at the grocery store rose just 1.1% annually in July. Gas is down 41 cents a gallon compared to last year, and many back-to-school items are less expensive, including kids' clothing. The Consumer Price Index shows overall inflation is 2.9%, the lowest increase since 2021. But some key prices are still rising rapidly.
Housing represents the biggest expense for most households. About 1/3 of the overall consumer price index is housing. So that's more than any other category.
The Federal Reserve has been keeping interest rates high to bring inflation down. Now economists expect the Fed to cut rates next month. And those hopes of an interest rate cut bolstered Wall Street today. The Dow Industrials closed up 242 points. The Nasdaq gained almost 5, and the S&P was up 20. Well, as Josh showed us earlier in the show, the Sweet Corn Festival is kicking off today in Sun Prairie.
And that's where we find Ellie La Liberté ahead of tonight's parade. What's it looking like out there? Oh, she's corn. Look at that. Corn to be wild.
Yeah, not to be too corny, guys, but we're having a great time out here today. As you can see behind me, we have the stage for the block party later tonight. That's following the parade. Now, I'm joined here by Kelsey Hudson with One Community Bank, which is one of the sponsors for the event this evening. So, Kelsey, what can we expect tonight?
So we'll start off with the parade at 6 p.m. Expect a show, lots to see. It'll be about 2 hours or so, give or take. And then you can follow the parade down here to Cannery Square, which will have a live music from the Dirty Birds and lots of other fun festivities after the parade.
And so we've seen people setting up already today. What have you kind of noticed out here?
Yeah, I know in my drive-in this morning, there was already blankets lining on the road, so it's definitely a well-attended parade and event by many.
And so what are you the most excited for tonight?
Tonight, I'm definitely most excited to hear the Dirty Birds. It's a great band.
And what else is going on? You know, this event goes until Sunday, so what else can people expect?
The carnival will kick off on Thursday, and then on Friday will be the addition of the beer tent with the carnival and some other things, but the full event kicks off at noon on Saturday when the corn arrives, and that'll be the addition of all of the live music, the kids' corner, and lots more fun.
And so we're seeing like 80 tons of corn come in, right?
Absolutely, 80 tons.
It's a lot of corn. All right, well, thank you so much, Kelsey. I appreciate it. And we will have more coverage tonight at 5 and 6 as that parade starts to get prepared for and starts to kick off. But for now, reporting live in Sun Prairie, Ellie Liberté, News 3 Now.
Very nice. Now I just want some corn.
Bring some corn back, Ellie, if you can.
Some of that, what, 80 tons?
Don't forget the salt on a rope.
Well,
Thank you, Ellie.
Next, starting the school year off right.
We'll have what exams should be on the back-to-school checklist for children when Live at 4 continues.
Welcome back to Portage Furniture Store, your forever furniture store. Mr. Aaron Ayers, what does that mean?
Welcome back, Emmy. Yes, when we talk about forever furniture, we talk about generation-lasting, heirloom-quality custom furniture. Case in point, we live it every day. My wife and I, we have a chair in our home that my grandfather sold to my wife's grandparents. Generation lasting, third generation lasting furniture.
Long, long before you and Jen had met. That's an incredible story.
We find love at Portage Furniture.
He can promise that right there. And still free delivery, amazing service from your crew.
We talk about it all the time, the best in the business. Bring it in, set it up for you, move it left, move it right. They are the best.
They're going to take care of you. And it looks like the fourth generation, they're just swooping right in. They're making some decisions here, Aaron.
They're trying to kick us out the door as quick as they can. They're anxious and they're ready to go.
Kenley, are you ready to work in the store someday?
Yeah, I was born ready.
That a girl. High five. We've all had those moments in businesses where you see the salesperson come at you and you're like, oh man, I haven't even had a second to look. Except that doesn't happen when you come to Portage Furniture.
That's right. Really, it's a pressure-free environment. Really no pressure at all. We like the customers to be able to get a chance to look around, to really sit down on the furniture, to lay down on the mattresses, to really, again, have the no pressure atmosphere here at the store.
Absolutely. But they also know their stuff. So when you're ready, when you need them, when you have the questions for them, they're going to be here and they're ready to go.
Yeah, that's right. You know, our staff and our salespeople are very well knowledgeable and they know the product and everything too. So any questions, they're here for you.
From the entire Portage Furniture family, I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison.
Phones were made to help us connect, yet somehow they've made us less connected. Which is ironic. Don't you think? We try to put our phones down, but we need to pick them up to see the menu. We can't watch something without also watching something else. Ironic. Ironic. But look, here's a phone company who wants you to use your phone less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way. Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Traffic jam. Ugh. And I'm already late.
Thursday at 10, Lincoln Hills Cooper Lake, a juvenile detention center, now in crisis.
Every day you go in there, every individual, your life's at risk.
How did it get to this point, and what changes are coming? News 3 Now's Will Keneally explores the political battle shaping the future of Wisconsin's only juvenile detention center through the eyes of lawmakers. Will Keneally investigates Lincoln Hills Juvenile Detention Center, a system in crisis. Thursday on News 3 Now at 10.
Oh, hello. August is Children's Eye Health and Safety Month, raising awareness about protecting children's vision and the health of their eyes.
We got caught off guard, didn't we?
A little bit. It happens.
As everyone heads back to school, pediatric ophthalmologists say it is critical to get your kids regular vision screenings to detect and correct eye problems early.
Jared Hill has more on what parents need to know about.
Helen Sanchez is getting ready for kindergarten.
Now what I want you to do.
And that includes having an eye exam. Her mom, Jade Elise, is an optometric technician and knows that's how to start the year off right.
Just to make sure that she's okay, since I wear glasses and my whole side of the family wears glasses.
To take a look inside of your eye.
Dr. Daniel Sear with Stony Brook Medicine recommends children have their eyes checked by a pediatric ophthalmologist at least once before starting school. Parents should also make sure their kids are screened at their annual well visit.
It's really important that all children have their eye checked before school because we have seen that in recent large, well-controlled studies that children who have refractive error, need for glasses, and have that corrected do better on their standardized testing scores.
With adults and children spending more time on devices, myopia or nearsightedness is increasing, which can cause eye fatigue and strain.
I like to talk to them about the 20-20-20 rule. After 20 minutes of focused near work, you take a 20-second break and look at something 20 feet away. That allows the eyes to unfocus so that you can see up close, to relax, and that allows the eyes to relax. And that also allows you time to blink.
Dr. Sears says some conditions like amblyopia or lazy eye can be silent and missed at school vision screenings. Another reason to have an exam with a professional.
Great job, take a bow.
Helen's checkup went well.
Best way to learn is, if you see, you can learn better. So I'm excited for this new year. She's going to be doing great.
You get a prize.
This kindergartner can really keep her eyes on the prize this school year. Jared Hill, CBS News.
The American Optometric Association says a comprehensive exam is a good idea because many vision disorders not only may go undetected in children, but many can be misdiagnosed as ADHD, dyslexia, and other learning disabilities or behavioral problems.
When we come back, Madison may be a smaller city,
but we're #1 in the dance world. Check it out. For the first time ever, a Madison dance troupe took first place at the World of Dance competition. We'll meet some of the Barrio Dance Factory members when Live at 4 continues.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
I'm running to fight for an America where the economy works for working people, where you only have to work one job to pay the bills, and where hard work is rewarded, where reproductive rights are not just protected by the Constitution of the United States, but guaranteed in every state, because that's our America. And that's the America I believe in.
FFPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Owning my own home is nice. You can just come home knowing that it's yours. It's a sense of pride, sense of ownership, and enjoying it with everyone I love and care for.
Make a lasting impact on local families in need. Please donate today.
News 3 Now, in partnership with the Boys and Girls Club, is collecting school supplies for area students, and we need your help. Drop off school supplies at any of our Dane County locations from now until August 16th, or make a monetary donation at channel3000.com. Thank you for helping hundreds of youth by making a generous donation to the News 3 Now Back to School Supply Drive. Sponsored by Metcalf's Market, Lamer's Bus Line, and Midwest Financial Group.
A little help here? Oh, keep it down. The noise is making them angry.
Right now, buy one window and you'll get one free, plus no interest until 2026.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Right now, we're running our 60-60-60 sale, so when you purchase your new concrete coating, you get a $60 Visa gift card plus either 60% off installation or 60-month no-interest financing. This is one of our best deals of the year, so visit our website or call the number for your new floor today.
Shop, donate, or volunteer today at Dane County Humane Society's thrift store. We've got clothes, home goods, toys, furniture, and more, and every dollar you spend goes to support the comfort and care of animals in need. Visit giveshelter.org/thrift to learn how you can help.
I'm Vice President of the National Border Patrol Council. America needs a commander-in-chief who's tough on illegal immigration. Kamala Harris fails that test.
We're not going to treat people who are undocumented and cross the border as criminals. That's correct. That is correct.
Kamala was Biden's border czar. She supported sanctuary cities and taxpayer benefits for illegal immigrants. And she created the worst border crisis in American history. Kamala Harris is dangerous.
Preserve America PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC turn your design dreams into reality. With customized solutions and quality products, our passion and expertise will help turn your room into a dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Plenty to talk about in the weather department this evening. Most of the evening, though, is going to be pretty nice. And big changes for southern Wisconsin. Can't go too long without an alert day this year, right? Temperatures will slide down through the 70s, upper 60s right around the wee hours of the morning. We'll see low temperatures right around 65 with showers building in after midnight and then thunderstorms approaching the area by the time we get to 6 o'clock or so in the morning. It's the afternoon and evening hours that we're keeping a really close eye on for the potential for the development of strong to severe thunderstorms. Marginal risk for much of southern Wisconsin, although we do have a slight risk. Madison and points off towards the south and east, Monroe, Janesville, Beloit, over towards Elkhorn. If we get more sunshine on Thursday, I would not be surprised to see that slight risk pushed a little bit further to the north. Here's what we're up against. Showers and widespread thunderstorms Thursday morning, 6 o'clock. Not expecting these to be severe. Heavy rainfall, frequent lightning, maybe a little small hail as this wave of showers and storms moves through. As we get into the afternoon hours, this is that heating that we've been keeping an eye out for the past couple days and why we started putting alert day conditions in the forecast. With temperatures getting into the upper 70s to the lower 80s, that's enough heat in the atmosphere to promote thunderstorms to redevelop by 4 or 5 o'clock over southwestern Wisconsin, and maybe some more storms into Friday evening. Some of these storms could be the supercellular type, meaning the rotating storms that are capable of strong winds, hail, and maybe an isolated tornado or two. Another ingredient we're going to get in our atmosphere as part of the severe weather ingredients you need. Thursday afternoon, 4 o'clock. Very humid conditions. That's dew points near 70 degrees. So that we've got the heat, we've got the humidity, we've got the rest of the twist in the atmosphere from the weather system itself. All threats are there tomorrow afternoon, with wind being the highest threat. But again, we can't rule out the possibility of a couple of tornadoes in the afternoon. So this is that bottom line. We need to clear out. If you see sunshine later Thursday morning going into the afternoon, that is your hint that the atmosphere is starting to prime up for the potential for that heating to build up for more thunderstorms. Keeping an eye on a lid, a cap in the atmosphere, that can sometimes limit storms from popping up. But if you get enough heat, that allows those storms to go right through that cap, and sometimes rather explosively. Thursday afternoon, again, alert day conditions. Friday, breezy behind that weather system. Following that weather system, a long stretch of temperatures up near 80, lows in the 50s to right around 60, and we could see an isolated shower storm chance any time really next week, with the best chances right now possibly Wednesday going on into Thursday. So just have to get through our alert day Thursday, folks, in southern Wisconsin, then conditions improve. Out on the patio, we got Brady and Susan, and an exciting conversation. I'll turn things over to you out on our beautiful patio.
Oh, isn't that just so cool to watch? Well, a Madison dance troupe placed first in the United States at a top international dance competition.
It's a really big deal. Yeah. Barrio Dance, which has its studio on East Washington Avenue, took a team of 27 dancers to the World of Dance competition in Los Angeles last month.
Yeah, and Barrio Dance Factory's janitor-themed routine beat out 20 other top crews. The World of Dance Summit is one of the largest dance competitions in the entire world.
Are we going to take a look at it? Oh, okay. All right.
Well, it's led
I wanted to see it again because it is so good. Barrio Dance is led by owner AJ Juarez and partner Nicole Nelson. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hi, guys.
So this is really cool. How did it feel when you got that announcement after all of your hard work that you had won?
That was incredible. That was
that special moment was once in a lifetime. I feel like mostly, just for the whole team. We've been putting hours. I want to say over 80 hours, even more, of rehearsal and hard work, and we were just so relieved that the team can get that reward, so.
The dance is fantastic. I hope we'll put a link on Channel 3000 so people can watch it online.
Thank you.
27 dancers, completely in sync. Nicole, what was the level of competition like at this?
The level of competition was high. We had teams from Japan, France that we were competing against in the finals, even other teams from the Midwest and Canada. Just really incredible dancers. There was even youth teams. I think a youth team took 3rd place overall. So even the younger dancers just have incredible training, awesome direction. And we were able to learn a lot just from watching these other teams, how they're composed and the moves that they incorporate.
Well, how did you come up with this routine? Because you're doing hip-hop moves, and there's a little bit of humor in there. So how do you come up with all of this?
Well, that was a whole effort. We have a team. Max Saron is the other choreographer too, so we usually get together and then we start scouting ideas. And we actually did 2 dances before. One was mechanics, and the other one was chefs. So we was like, how about if we keep with this theme, of like blue collar, kind of theme. So we came up with that idea, and I feel like, it's where everything started to. Back in the day, that's the people that usually dance hip hop, and the cleaners, chefs, and mechanics.
Well, you have a fascinating story. You're a professional dancer yourself.
Yes.
Tell us how you started barrio dance and where you come from.
Yeah, well, I'm originally from Argentina, and when I came here in 2012, I was like, there was not a place for me to start dancing as an adult. So I was like, we're missing something here in Madison. So I was like, I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna start a studio, and after we're researching in 2019, we were able to start this studio and provide for not just the youth, but also for teenagers, for young adults. They don't have a space for them to dance.
And Nicole, you made a really good point. There's a lot of classes for kids, but not as many in town for adults. But for this performance level, you do have to audition, right?
We do have to audition. This was our biggest season. This is our 3rd season, and we had like 45 dancers audition, which is really tough for us to narrow it down because, of course, we knew we had to bring all of these dancers to LA with us. But the auditions are free. It's really fun. We treat it as if it's like a mock rehearsal anyway, so we always have a fun time inviting new people in and seeing how the season's going to lay out.
Well, congratulations. Before we wrap up, is there a website people can visit?
Yeah, we're Barrio Dance. That's BARRIO dance.com. You can see our class schedules. We do drop-in classes, so if you're a first-time dancer as an adult, you can take a beginner class. We've got some dance videos, information about auditions in our next season of Beauty Factory.
Thanks for being on with us.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Before she was the most liberal U.S. senator, Kamala Harris was the liberal San Francisco prosecutor, the most progressive in all of California. She let an MS-13 gang member go, who then murdered a father and his 2 sons. She agreed to release another felon, who then committed murder. And Kamala even protected illegal alien drug dealers so they could escape deportation. Kamala Harris, a dangerous San Francisco liberal. Make America Great Again, Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Champion's Big Window Sale is back.
Do you have ugly, hard-to-open, drafty windows? Now is the best time to buy new Champion windows, because when you buy 2, you get 2 free. Buy 2 Champion windows, get 2 free? I guess that means if you buy 4, you get 4 free. Buy 6, get 6 free. Buy 10, get 10 free.
Hurry, Champion's Buy 2, Get 2 free sale is for a limited time.
Great job, everybody. Thanks.
Call 888-4CHAMPION or schedule your free in-home estimate online today.
After careful review of medical guidance and research on pain relief, my recommendation is simple. Every home should have Salon Paws. Powerful, yet non-addictive. Targeted and long-lasting. I recommend Salon Paws. It's good medicine.
MS-13 gang member here illegally. Robbed a pregnant woman, then released. Then executed a San Francisco family, another illegal. Arrested, released, then killed this young boy with a sword. Illegal immigrant, convicted, released, then violently fractured a woman's skull. Who released every one of them? Liberal DA Kamala Harris. The victim's blood is on her hands.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Thursday at 6, a juvenile detention facility in crisis, assaults, investigations, and now, tragedy. News 3 Now's Braden Ross uncovers the harrowing truth from inside the Lincoln Hills Youth Prison. 2 former guards share their experiences, the danger, and why they weren't surprised a guard was killed.
It was just a matter of time for it to happen.
What led to this breaking point? Braden Ross investigates. Lincoln Hills Juvenile Detention Center, a system in crisis. Thursday on News 3 Now at 6.
Take a look at this. This is what happens when a contractor makes a mistake. It caused a water main break that left this New Jersey home soaked. Authorities say workers accidentally ruptured the pipe, resulting in a huge high-pressure geyser hosing down the home. Thankfully, no injuries were reported, but the owners were forced to evacuate while officials work to mop up the big mess. We'll be right back.
Kamala Harris has spent decades fighting violent crime. As a border state prosecutor, she took on drug cartels and jailed gang members for smuggling weapons and drugs across the border. As vice president, she backed the toughest border control bill in decades. And as president, she will hire thousands more border agents and crack down on fentanyl and human trafficking. Fixing the border is tough. So is Kamala Harris.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Service and savings. It's Woodman's.
Hi, we're the Woodmans. I'm Clint. I'm Phil, saving you big time money on water. 32 packs of Niagara purified water or Chippewa spring water. $3.69 each or 2 for $7. Hi, Caramba, hot prices on water. $3.69 or 2 for $7. We buy in truckloads. No one beats our price. Better products, better prices, better service because we're employee owned.
It's Woodman's.
Insurance costs going up? Erie Insurance has great coverages, rates, and claim service. And your rates won't increase because of celebrity advertising campaigns or sports stadium sponsorships. Call Affordable Insurance Solutions for your auto, home, or business quote and see what Erie Insurance can do for you.
Certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
For imprint certain?
Certainty matters. 4imprint is your home for promo gear to wow clients and inspire your team. Check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain. At Machinery Row Bicycles, you'll find bicycle store quality electric e-bikes from Trek, Electra, Felt, Giant, and more. Trek offers the best-selling e-bike in America, Trek Verve Plus, under $2,500. At Machinery Row Bicycles, you'll find fat e-bikes, mountain e-bikes, road e-bikes, bike path e-bikes, and more. Free services included. The place to shop for your new e-bike is Machinery Row Bicycles, the most beautiful bicycle store in the world.
Sanctuary cities protect illegal immigrant criminals from being deported, like an illegal immigrant arrested for battery in Madison. Instead of being deported, he was released and went on to assault several more women, including a 13-year-old girl. Senator Tammy Baldwin voted 9 times to support federal funding for sanctuary cities that release dangerous illegals back onto our streets. And Baldwin voted for amnesty for 11 million illegals, including criminals. Tell Senator Baldwin, stop protecting illegal immigrants and start protecting Wisconsin.
Brady's in the newsroom with a look at what's coming up. Brady?
Tomorrow on Live at 4, Dr. Zorba Pastor has a new study that shows a positive outlook on life may stave off dementia. And next at 5, how much is too much sugar? Depends on who you ask. And we'll have ways to curb your sugar cravings. Well, thanks for watching Live at 4 today. We hope to see you back here tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts after this.